Miners do not consider a blast equivalent to 16 tons of TNT as a major one. This is just a minor support process required to get through a difficult section. Belaz trucks and earth movers return to the open pit mine shortly. Mining at Kovdorskiy GOK has not stopped for a single day during more than 50 years of its operations. Geologist Konstantin Koshits discovered a magnetic anomaly near the Kovdor Lake back in 1933. A railway line to access the site was started then. However, World War II disrupted the miners' plans. Even the rails already laid were sent to weapons factories. It was only at the beginning of the 1950s that the construction of Kovdorskiy GOK and Kovdorskiy, a factory town, was resumed. The subarctic integrated mining and processing facility produced its first ore in 1962, and by the mid-1970s it celebrated the 100 millionth tonne of ore from the site. Today, the aggregate volume of ore mined at the site has exceeded 600 million tonnes. The GOK produces three end products. The main product is iron ore concentrate. The strategic products include apatite and badliite concentrates. The GOK is Russia's second largest producer of apatite concentrate. It is also the sole producer of the badliite concentrate globally. The ore deposit contour, or the walls of this unique bell pit, are composed of apatite forsterite ores, which are poor in iron but rich in apatite. The inner part is composed of complex apatite, forsterite, magnetite ores, apatite, calcitite, magnetite ores, and rare metal ores. The deposit is quite difficult to mine, but has unique properties. I am a geologist, and over the 45 years of my professional life, I have not seen a deposit like that. This rich deposit had been developed at an accelerated pace until the 1990s. However, during the crises triggered by perestroika in the late 1980s, most enterprises in the country were either mothballed or closed. Kovdorskiy GOK faced difficulties finding customers. However, a decision was taken to continue both ore mining and processing. We were the first in Russia to start using a non-conventional feedstock like tailings from wet magnetic separation on a mass scale. Between 1962 and 1981, this material was deposited away after extraction from iron concentrate. I mean, what was left was stockpiled on a separate field. Therefore, the facility proved to be ready for the new type of activity, which was production of mineral fertilizers, successfully fitting Eurochem's group strategy. Kovdorskiy GOK has always been known for its unique, diversified economic base. Its vertical integration is aligned with the vision of Eurochem's management company. Access to raw materials and investment in production capacity translate into higher productivity and, accordingly, stronger global competitiveness. Three types of products derived from the same raw material allow Kovdorskiy GOK to maximize the use of mined natural resources. In particular, 1 ton of ore yields 450 kilograms of finished products. When there is a demand for iron ore concentrate, this product is the biggest contributor to our profit. If the sales of iron ore concentrate are declining, we do not have to cut down its production. We can sell it in the market with lower margins. And there were even periods when we had to stockpile our finished products in the open air. This happened during the 2008 crisis, but still we did not suspend production. Alexander Arapov has been working in the open pit mine for nearly 30 years. He has operated many different earth movers and learned to assess the quality and composition of raw material by sight. If the ore is rich, it is black. If there are green stripes, then it is apatite ore. The holding company is implementing a number of investment projects at Kovdorskiy GOK. Alexander received this earth mover thanks to a mining upgrade program. And his colleagues received 1,600 horsepower Belaz quarry trucks with 220-ton carrying capacity. They perform all kinds of transportation within the open pit mine. They remove overburden and operate ore diggers. They work at stockpile areas. They also build roads. This sophisticated and powerful equipment is controlled using high and precision technologies. Data on where, when, how much, and how fast raw material is moved is collected by a satellite-based system. Being connected to GLONASS system, all the machines in the open pit mine operate according to a preset plan and move in strict adherence to it. The fact that we can see on the map any equipment at any given moment is, let's say, not the main objective of the system, but it is quite important. Certainly, the key function of this automatic production control system is automated process control. By using such navigation system at the mine, we have eliminated downtime and queues, increasing productivity in the process. How do you feel? I am fine. Any fever? No. Blood pressure and alcohol tests and physical examination are the usual procedures for mining equipment operators. Human health monitoring means as much as monitoring the condition of machinery. By the way, the GOK's repair shops occupy a considerable part of the production site. The fact is that all that mammoth mining equipment, from Belaz trucks to Caterpillar machinery, is assembled here, on site, just like those Lego sets. Yes, we have purchased new tools for our employees. We have purchased lockers to store tools and equipment. Also, we have also purchased lifting equipment and equipment for lathe works. The objectives are the same as before: reduce the number of emergencies and occupational injury rates, improve product quality, and increase output. You might as well say that it is the GOK's neck. If the open pit mine is the body, then we are the neck, and the integrated mining and processing facility is the head. We upgraded our mine operations in May. Before the upgrade, the mine's production capacity was 2,500 tons per hour. Now it is 3,600 tons per hour. The aggregate length of all conveyors at the GOK is not less than 4 kilometers. This conveyor is moving initially ground ore to a homogenization stockpile. Some might think I am referring to some complicated matters, but Vladimir Ustimov is here to explain the meaning of this peculiar term. This homogenization process requires very fine quality of ore in terms of its reserve grade. The ore is deposited in the stockpile area longitudinally and taken out of the stockpile area perpendicularly. Due to this stockpiling method, the ore gets mixed. Investment in the homogenization stockpile facility amounted to approximately 1.5 billion rubles. Homogeneously mixed ore of increased quality will help the GOK boost its performance. The main focus is on apatite. This concentrate is the key feedstock for producing mineral fertilizers. Eurochem is the largest mineral fertilizers producer in Russia. It comprises an entire value chain of enterprises, both in Russia and globally, from raw material mining and engineering to production and shipment of finished products to customers. The ultimate goal of this vertical integration is improving crop yields and livestock nutrition. For almost 15 years, the holding company has been addressing the problem of food insecurity by upgrading and restoring production at its plants. There are 12 such plants located in Russia, Belgium, and Lithuania. New GOKs in the Volgograd region and the Perm territory will come online by 2018. Kovdorskiy GOK has a special role to play in the company's development strategy. The enterprise is the world's only producer of badleyite concentrate and has vast reserves of apatites. Currently, we have a brand new apatite staphylite ore processing facility running in a test mode. After coarse crushing, the ore is packed into these barrels, and this cocktail is spiced with magnetic balls. These balls comminute the ore to particles sized less than 1 millimeter. Ore is comminuted by means of ball-shaped grinding bodies in this apparatus within the grinding mill. There are between 5 and 7 units of grinding equipment operated simultaneously at any given moment. Every mill is located with 130 to 150 tons of feedstock at the same time. This apatite staphylite ore processing facility is the top priority investment project for the Murmansk region, with total cost of nearly 7 billion rubles. When the new facility reaches its full capacity of 948,000 tons of apatite concentrate and 130,000 tons of iron ore concentrate, its total contribution to the regional and local budgets will be nearly 2 billion rubles. Lyubov is over 55, but young at heart. She gives commands through the public address system, makes journal entries, and operates a score of computers effortlessly, rapidly, and promptly. She has been working at the GOK for 32 years and seen more than one upgrade. However, it is for the first time that she has to master equipment as modern as that. This process control room was built when the fourth section was commissioned, and we moved in here. The computers have already been installed, and certainly I had to learn all that, learn how to use this equipment. This is how gradually new things come into our lives. We try to cope with it. Eurochem uses its own distribution network to deliver goods to the end consumer. Badleyite concentrate, the only product produced for export only, is packed in bags of 1 ton each. From here, the products are shipped to the port of Murmansk. The company has its own rolling stock and a rail depot, port terminals and sea vessels. It has 25 distribution centers across Russia and Ukraine. The town of Kovdor, located on the opposite shore of the eponymous lake, is also in the process of change. The company's nearly 4,000 employees make up 1/5 of the total population of this small town located on the outskirts of the Murmansk region. The enterprise has always been the driver of the town's growth. However, in the last years, it remained the only industrial giant in the local area. Kovdor has been included in the federal program supporting one-company towns. It looks like the GOK has taken the whole town under its patronage. All roads have been repaired in just 3 years. Now they are insulating the outer walls of buildings. The government of the Murmansk region, Eurochem's management, and the Kovdor district administration signed a tripartite agreement in Moscow. It provides for 460 million rubles worth of funding, allocated over 3 years. The agreement sets certain budgetary targets and outlines an action plan we have to complete in 3 years. So far, 180 million rubles have already been disbursed under the program. The head of the local district administration admits that the demographic trend is still negative in Kovdor. Young miners mostly comprise the inflow of people. They come to work at the GOK, build families, and stay here for many years. Of course, we'd like to see bustling activity on both sides of the lake, for people to work, live, recreate, and raise their children and grandchildren comfortably here. Because today we have, I think, the 4th generation of people who came to Kovdor in the 1960s to work at the GOK. Residents of the subarctic Kovdor like walks in the woods, but they like winter sports even more. Vars, a mountain ski center, is preparing for its 7th season. The hazardous, almost abandoned skiing piste was cleaned up and refurbished in 2009. They have installed a chairlift and artificial snowmaking machines. A few more snowfalls, and all of Kovdor will be at that piste. For example, if you want to rent a full adult skiing equipment for a day, you have to pay 350 rubles. You take it and ski all day long. The lift fare is also moderate, because we do not expect the project to pay back. There is only one objective: to attract people and get them to ski. The Kovdor piste is already a well-known attraction throughout the Murmansk region. Those who do not want to wait in line for the lift choose smaller slopes. That is why frequenters of Kibini Mountains are also increasingly opting for Kovdor. The maintenance of the mountain ski center costs 16 million rubles per year. By the way, the profit is just 2 million so far, but the company does not intend to abandon social projects. In fact, it makes huge investments in promoting sports. A hockey ice rink, swimming pool, gyms, a shooting gallery, workout sites and a stadium are filled to full capacity. Healthcare is also a focus. The Kovdor Hospital is preparing to start operating a CT scanner. Transformations in all spheres provide for balanced development of production. In just 4 years, Kovdorskiy GOK will be able to produce up to 25 million tons of ore per year. That is why the GOK has been expanding its raw material base. What we have today is only half of the future open-pit mine. That is why we will expand the existing open-pit mine virtually in every direction. Today, we even have a special term for it, a greater pit. It will include 3 deposits: badleyite apatite magnetite, or apatite badleyite magnetite ore deposit, apatite staphelite ore deposit, and apatite carbonate ore deposit. The export-bound badleyite, the high-growth potential apatite, and the irreplaceable iron concentrate are the 3 products on which Kovdorskiy GOK has built its success. This unique success formula is enhanced with the well-timed investment policy and traditions, which in just 50 years have turned Kovdorskiy GOK into one of Russia's most successful and sustainable enterprises.